Good morning, my beautiful awakened ones, and welcome back to my channel. This is Jess with Awaken Healings. I'm here to bring you your weekly update for the weekly woke message. So, I feel like we need to create some sacred space before we get started today on this particular reading. It is the 23rd of February, Sunday morning. Tonight is the new moon in Pisces. And as you know, Pisces has a very spiritual and intuitive and dreamy aspect towards it. So, new moons represent new beginnings. They may be small new beginnings, but new starts, new energy. Just, it's a great time to kind of either kickstart a plan that's gone stagnant or build upon a plan that you've already have in place, and it's time to maybe take the next step. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and call us in to connect using my singing bowl. I do have some sage going on, and when I lit it, I feel like we need to kind of create sacred space right now with sage first. But when I lit it, oh my gosh, it really burned strongly. In fact, it burned so strongly I had to go sage my house real quick. Before I can get it to simmer down, at a manageable level. Because if not, this thing would have been burning incredibly strongly. So I'm using my sage. I'm using some feathers to disperse and distribute, the healing energy. So now let's go ahead and receive a nice, calm, cleansing breath. And let's go ahead and connect with the vibrations of the singing bowl. Here we go. Lovely. Thank you. Okay, let's see. We're going to put this, just leave it there. All right, so I hope you all have had a lovely weekend and a lovely week as well. The last time we spoke, it was Valentine's Day weekend, so I hope you all made some beautiful love connections, rekindled any current relationships you're in, re-energized the energy, and are having a lovely February. So we are now in Pisces season. Sun moved into Pisces on the 19th of February. And now we have the new moon tonight in Pisces. So lots of Piscean energy. Our intuition is high. We're also in Mercury retrograde, which is occurring in Pisces. So I feel like right now it's time for us to really pause and reflect, to slow down, not stop altogether what you're doing. But it's definitely a time for us to just slow down and be a bit more mindful and intentional with what it is that we're doing, what it is that we're working on, and how we wish to proceed. So if you saw my previous video last week, I did touch upon the Mercury retrograde. Plus, I also have a video specifically for the Mercury retrograde in Pisces, so check that out if you haven't done so already. But this is all about, taking time, in fact, taking time out to pause and reflect. Right out the bat, we're starting off with Four of Swords, and in the future position is the Four of Pentacles. So pause, reflect, watch your spending, watch who you're interacting with, be more mindful with whom it is that you're allowing into your space and which opportunities you're saying yes to. So I feel like right now many of us are being a bit more discerning with who and what we're letting into our lives, and how we're going to navigate these spiritual waters. This is a very spiritual time for many of us right now, especially with the Piscean energy, and it's calling upon us to be more intentional, to be more mindful, and to be more discerning and deliberate with how we're proceeding. So out Bottom of the deck is the Six of Swords reversed. So I feel like this could be the beginning of a major spiritual shift for some of you that's just getting started, and you're taking a moment to stop and to check in with yourselves and to figure out what this means, and two, how you're going to navigate, the energy and how you're going to proceed and move forward. So this could be the beginning of a spiritual awakening. For others, this could be you just feeling stuck and uncertain about how you want to proceed, because you have an opportunity to move forward. This is forward movement. When the Six of Swords comes in, this is about you literally either moving residences or you're moving situations, and it could be it's a big shift. It's not like something minor. This is something big, something transformative that's happening. So you could be asked to be going in a new direction with work, with your career. Maybe something is occurring with maybe some of your passion projects and your hobbies that are becoming a bit more than hobbies, right? But it's reversed. So some of you may be feeling stuck and unsure of how to navigate these spiritual waters. The advice overall, seriously, is to pause and to reflect. This is coming in right now. It's a card of rest. It's a card of meditation. It's a card of inaction. Don't act yet. This is a time to stop and think about what's going on in this situation and gain more clarity and check in with the energy. You're also being spiritually guided. So this is your current energy. The King of Wands is sitting in the present position. So this is someone who is in touch with their spiritual energy. There's a lot of creative energy here. It's fire energy. So it's someone who has a vision, who knows where they're going, who knows what the overall outcome is going to be. But the question is, how do we get there? Because I believe this is the question we're all struggling with. How do we get there? How do we do it? Because you know that you're about to cross the spiritual divide of some sort. This is a new beginning. This is new karma. But how do we do it? That's why we're hesitating. That's why we're taking this moment to be like, I don't know if I want to get on that boat just yet. You're feeling really good about yourself, but you're just like, I don't know how to do it and where we're going. So I feel like there's a lot of confusion, not only in the mental realm with all these swords coming in, but you may be struggling with maybe some of the pentacle energy, which is how to ground it, how to make it practical, the instructions, the actual thing on the how-to, right? So overall, again, it's just, take stock of where you are financially and resourcefully. What resources do you have at your fingertips, or that you have access to? It could be subject matter experts. It could be tech experts. It could just be, a friendship network who's informing you about how to proceed. This could also be money. So watch your money, watch your spendings. Don't make any large investments just yet until you gain more clarity. Because right now the message is definitely pause, sit tight, don't do anything until you gain more information, which will be revealed to you soon. It's just that right now, no. I feel like also for some of you with February has been a very active month energetically. The Aquarius season, wow, was super powerful, was super active, was super motivational. And I feel like many of us have, we've expended a lot of our energy and we've given a lot of ourselves to these projects that we're working on, that now with Mercury retrograde, the message is pause, take some time out, don't burn yourself out, and be careful of burnout. So absolutely, I feel like this is saying you gotta just maybe pump the brakes a little bit. Don't be so so eager to cross that finish line. It's not a race. It's not a race. You're not competing against anyone else. You know, you're not going to get a prize for finishing first. No, no, no. This is about you and fulfilling your goal, your dreams as you see fit. And your outcome is going to be different from other people's outcomes and vice versa. So just take some time to really think about what all this means and really think about how you want to take inspired action moving forward. But this is a message of just saying, you know, hang tight, relax, hang out where you're at right now in life, and just sort of enjoy the view. Enjoy where you've been, enjoy where you are now, and figure out where you're going in the future, because that's still murky. You don't know where you're really going in the future just yet. And this is something you have to get very clear on in order to properly manifest, you know, what you're working on. So the universe can't work on your behalf if you're not clear, right? You have to be very clear with your intentions. You have to know what it is that you want in order to move forward. If not, it's just wasted effort and wasted energy on everyone's part, and you're not going to be happy with the outcome. So take the time right now to really just go within and just enjoy the pause, enjoy the time to reflect, and ask the questions of, what is it that you want? Where are you going? And once you can clearly answer what you want for your future, what it is that you're focusing on, how you want things to look and feel, once you get clear on that, this energy goes upright and you'll be ready to proceed and move forward with intention, right? And you'll be able to manifest exactly what it is that you want and be satisfied with the results. Okay, so let's go ahead and check in with the shamans and see what the shamans have to say for you, see what their wisdom is this beautiful Sunday morning. Oh, the card of magic came out, but it came out sideways. So I feel like this is a bit of spiritual message combined with medicine. So I'm going to leave it sideways. I'm going to pull one more card and see if there's anything else the shamans would like to share with you all this morning. Wind. Yep, winds of change. It's going to have a very clearing, cleansing effect, and it's going to help you spread the seeds of ideas. Think of like when winds come through, they help pollinate the earth with seeds of, you know, flowers and trees and new growth. That's what's happening with you all with this wind that's coming in. This wind energy is very powerful, very cleansing, very healing, and it's setting the ground for your abundance, for the future. You know, use this energy as you're meditating to allow things, old energy, to be cleared out. Allow this time to just declutter your mind and just get rid of things that you know deep down aren't going to serve you, and that they haven't served you. And I feel like this is sort of like a do-over, like a second chance to say, all right, y'all, you know, we've been through this before, and you know, you've heard me say this several times. It's time to clear the clutter and to move that energy around. So the wind is coming in to do that for you. You have to be still in order to allow the wind to work its magic. Work its magic, right? We have the magic card coming in. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and read from the book the definition of magic, but the medicine definition. Okay, so let me just grab that real quick. All right. Because changes are happening and Spirit is definitely working on our behalf. We just have to be open, and we have to listen, and we have to be still in order to receive the subtle nuances, because it's not always going to be a loud, obvious message. Sometimes it's a quiet whisper. So for magic, this symbol represents the infinite intelligence of Great Spirit that makes up the fundamental fabric of the universe. We experience the evidence of this magic through synchronicity or meaningful coincidence. So this came in reverse. Well, it came in sideways, but I'm going to read the medicine for us. Okay. Have you forgotten that you live in a world that is infused with magic? Perhaps you become cynical and think you have to create your life all by yourself with no help from others. It's time to remember your relationship to Source, for you are a part of the story of the world, a living spark of spirit living on earth for this short time as an emissary of light. If you look back over your life, you will find many instances in which your actions alone were not the cause of out of the blue coincidences that led you to that new relationship, job, or other important moment on your journey. So how do you stay in this awareness? The answer is simple. If you can be as a little child and cultivate that wondrous curiosity, you will see the magic again and be amazed. Remember, magic is real and in everything. Oh gosh, that is gorgeous. What a great message. My goodness. Yeah, I feel like this is definitely Piscean energy. This is definitely a time for us to reflect and to tap into the magic of our lives and just realize that, those coincidences, there's something more to that. It's not like, oh, well, it's such a coincidence that, I ran into so-and-so and now I'm being offered this job. No. There's divine order behind it, right? So that's part of the magic. That's part of the magic of life. So embrace that right now and reflect upon that and enjoy that magical energy, because the wind is definitely here to kick up any cloudiness, any stagnant thoughts behind that. And I feel like this wind is sort of clearing the fog from your eyes so you can see the magic going on around you and inside of you spiritually. All right? So just allow this to happen. But in order for this to happen, you have to get still and get quiet and just open yourself up to receive the gifts of the universe. Receive these beautiful, wondrous gifts that Spirit wants to bestow upon you. Because it's time. It's time. All right? So let me go ahead and pull from the Sacred Earth Oracle. And let's see what these oracles have for you. Oh, yes, clarity, reversed, perfect. Absolutely. This is definitely time for us to get clear with what we want. And, I feel like this is really foot stomping a lot of what we talked about already. You can't manifest successfully if you don't know what you want, right? This is, we talked about you getting clear with your request to the universe and asking what you clearly want and declaring what you want to manifest. But right now it's cloudy and murky and you're uncertain and you're feeling stuck with this forward movement. You're not ready to get on that boat to cross the spiritual divide, so to speak, because this is a spiritual move. Even if it's a job change, there's spiritual magic behind that. And you're being asked to get clear with your intentions, with what you want. We're seeing that even with the Four of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. This is a time to reflect and be mindful and to allow yourself the time and space to get clear on your goals, hopes, and dreams, and get clear with your intentions. Because that clarity is the key to successfully manifesting the life that you seek. All right. So I love that this is coming out for us. This is a great clarifier card, to get clear and to understand not only what you want, but to understand the magic behind everything and to allow the wind energy to clear the clutter in front of your mind's eye that's blocking your mind's eye, right? And to start looking at things from a new perspective and to tap into your inner child and to reflect and remember that there is magic all around us. We just have to open our eyes and open our hearts and open our minds towards receiving it and recognizing it. So this is all about an awakening, literally awakening our thoughts and shifting our perspective so we can gain the clarity that we need. But this is beautiful. I love this because it shows a woman, I'm going to show it up right, you know, who has a beautiful butterfly sitting on her mind's eye. And that's all about transformation. So, you know, Spirit is working with us to open that chakra for us so we can clearly see, you know, and she's surrounded with, you know, lush green vegetation. So a lot of earth energy grounding her, saying, all right, you got to stop. You got to reflect and be mindful, you know, and tap into your intuition. And I feel like, you know, this is representative of her sacral chakra and solar plexus chakra, because we're seeing the orange and the yellow, which is both sacral and solar plexus chakra, but in the center is intuition, third eye chakra. So this is about you gaining clarity with your intuition, with your higher self, and connecting with that. But it came in reverse. So this is something that we're all going to be working on from here on out as we proceed. So let's check in with Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle. These are so beautiful. These are incredibly gorgeous messages. They're just kind of hard to shuffle. They're on really thick cardstock, but they tend to stick. That's the only thing about them. Oh, we got two. So let's see what we have. Ooh. Yes. First up is Get Grounded. Get Grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature, and it came in reverse. So this is definitely foot stomping what I was saying here with all that earth energy surrounding this woman. Yes, it is time for us to really get grounded, get connected with nature in order for us to receive the messages of the divine, to pause and to reflect. That's beautiful. And then the next one that also came in reverse is the initiation. Rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Yes, so this is exactly what I'm seeing right here. And I was talking about that. You're getting ready to cross the spiritual divide. And some of you are hesitating about getting on the boat to move forward. Or some of you are right there, but you're like, well, I don't know how it's going to happen. You know, you want the details. Well, right now, it's not about details. It's about trusting your intuition and trusting that your spirit guides and the divine are going to guide you exactly where you need to go. And they're going to help you navigate through this darkness, you know, through the challenges, because it's not easy. When we go through a spiritual awakening or we're making that spiritual crossover, it's challenging. It's scary. It's nerve-wracking. And sometimes it can mimic, you know, a nervous breakdown for some, just sort of depending on what it is that you're clearing, you know, karmically, and, you know, how far of a spiritual ascension your guides are going to take you on. But yeah, this is all coming in reversed. So you're definitely going through a rite of passage, and you're definitely getting ready to cross over into something new for you, something big, something that's going to have long-lasting healing effects. But right now, it's a bit nerve-wracking for you all. But definitely follow your heart, follow your intuition, and trust the process, because changes are happening. And it's just, don't force it. Don't force anything. Just allow yourself to relax and to flow into it, and allow spirit to guide you. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up with two more cards. I'm going to pull from Nature's Whispers. Ooh, yes, Contemplation, which we're definitely seeing right here. This is the Contemplation card. Isn't it pretty? But we are definitely seeing that again with the Four of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. Pause, reflect, think about where you're going, where you've been, and the outcome. You can't go anywhere if you don't have a clear destination. So you have to gain the clarity on that. And so use this time right now to get clear with where you're going. What is your destination? What is your journey? What's the whole point of all of this? And that's an important question to answer. If you don't have an answer to that, that might be something that you'd like to meditate on. All right, and lastly is Angel Messages. Let's see what the angels have to say for you all. The message is coming from Zaina. You are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. What a perfect message. Yes, I think that's exactly what many of y'all needed to hear today. You're safe, you're protected, there's nothing to fear, the worst is behind you. Now it's about preparing yourself for forward movement into a life that you're creating on your own, and it's going to be your own design, and it's going to be perfect for you. This is your life. Live it as you see fit. Don't live it according to anyone else's rules or parameters. If you're doing that, you're living inauthentically. What's your voice? What's your vision? Where are you going? Where are you going? Use the time to contemplate that question. All right? And once you can answer that, you're ready to proceed. You're ready to move forward. All right? So that feels complete right there. Let's go ahead and call that complete. So thank you all for stopping by. Comment below. Let me know how everything is resonating with all of you. Let me know what you're working on. And stay tuned. I'll be doing the March videos real soon, so be on the lookout for those. That should come out sometime this week. And if you haven't checked out the Pisces, the Mercury retrograde in Pisces video, I highly recommend that you do so. And also, you know, check in with the previous weekly woke videos because there's a lot of great messages there too. They're not date specific, I just date them for indexing purposes, but as you come across that message, that's the divine saying you needed to hear this specific message. All right, until we meet again, have a wonderful Sunday, have a wonderful week, and we'll see you soon. Take care, bye-bye.